live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
A Moorhead police officer is himself in trouble with the law. Sergeant Thad Stafford tonight stands accused of drunk driving.
Investigators say he was nearly 4 times over the legal limit. Someone reported a possible intoxicated male getting into a vehicle outside Mick's office bar around 7 last night, which led to his arrest.
Valley News Team's Joseph Ojo spoke with local bartenders who say it's their responsibility to recognize the signs and not overserve any customer.
After Moorhead Police Sergeant Thad Stafford was last seen coming out of the Mick's office bar in Moorhead, we went to the location to get answers. A manager told me off camera that a worker only served him 1 alcoholic beverage because he came in stumbling and slurring his words. It is not confirmed by authorities whether Stafford was already intoxicated before he went to the bar, but the manager we spoke with said before Stafford jumped into his vehicle, he was asked if he had a friend that would pick him up, and he said yes.
Slurring of speech, their eyes get a little glazed over. Just some of their body movements and stuff like that if they're falling over.
Other bartenders we talked with stressed the responsibility of keeping an eye on their patrons.
Tell them they've probably had enough for the day, and then usually either get one of their friends to give them a ride home or I offer to call them a cab.
They also add that if a customer seems wasted before they enter their bar, they can refuse them service so that they will not be responsible if something happens after that person leaves.
It's definitely not the highlight of my job, but I offer them a water, maybe some food.
Many of the bars have numerous cab numbers on speed dial, and they add that no amount of service is worth the life of anyone.
It's always nice when customers know when they need to cut themselves off. It's even better when the bartenders know they need to be cut off as well.
Joseph Ojo, Valley News Live.
Stafford is a 20-year veteran of the police force and is now on administrative leave pending an investigation.
Seems pretty quiet out there now. Has the stormy weather moved through, or should we expect more overnight? Let's go to the Weather Center to find out. Hutch?
All right, Andrea, thank you so much. The thunder and lightning has headed off into central and eastern portions of Minnesota. Storms north and west of Winnipeg have produced a tornado within the last couple of hours as well. Out to the west, we have a couple of rumbles of thunder out there, but for now, we remain quiet. Temperatures are near 70 degrees for most locations, and the forecast shows out to the west, a couple of storms may form overnight, but they don't look to be too strong or severe. Tomorrow, chances increase for severe storms across the area. I'll have details on that in a minute, but most of us should enjoy a very quiet overnight.
And make sure that you can get the forecast when you need it with the latest version of the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app. You'll get your forecast as well as the weather alerts on the go to help you plan your day and keep your family safe. You can download the latest version for free so that you don't miss important alerts. Just search VNL Weather in your app store.
A local woman reached out to our whistleblower hotline saying her father has been poorly treated at a Moorhead Senior Living Center. Danielle Pretzer says Eventide on 8th Street has dropped the ball when it comes to caring for her dad, Ernie, who has dementia.
They made him an appointment and hooked up a ride share. They were just going to have him dropped off downtown Sanford. Called me and said, do you want to meet him there? Do I want to meet him there? You're just going to drop my dad off on a sidewalk? And he doesn't remember where he is or where he's going or why he's seeing anybody.
She shared other stories of alleged poor care of her father. She says she goes to Eventide almost every day because she doesn't think anyone else pays attention to what her father needs. Pretzer adds that Ernie is set to be released from Eventide Monday or Tuesday next week. He'll go back to the memory care unit at Fairmont in Moorhead. We reached out to the Moorhead Eventide officials today. They declined to comment. This story came to us through our whistleblower hotline. If you need help with a serious issue to our community, call 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. We'll do our best to get to the bottom of it.
4 more victims have come forward, leading to additional charges being filed against former West Fargo school teacher Shannon Moser. The 37-year-old Moser remains in the Cass County Jail, accused of sharing illicit videos with 2 students and having sex with one of them. Authorities confirmed to Valley News Live that the complaint was amended today to include 4 counts of luring minors by computer and 1 count of gross sexual imposition relating to one of the 4 additional victims.
A woman and her mother have been charged in connection to the alleged kidnapping of an 18-month-old child. It prompted an Amber Alert yesterday. 21-year-old Jasmine Davis is accused of kidnapping, and her mother, 38-year-old Melissa Davis, has been charged with criminal conspiracy and hindering law enforcement. Investigators in Grand Forks say that Jasmine Davis didn't know her child was going to be taken from her by social services. They say that she made a split decision to leave with her child Thursday afternoon. Authorities say Jasmine's mother, Melissa, was waiting in the lobby when Jasmine came out with her child. Social Services isn't saying why they were looking to temporarily take Davis's child away from her.
This week's Valley's Most Wanted is 34-year-old Christopher Wilkins Sr. He's wanted in Otter Tail County for felony assault with a dangerous weapon and fleeing police. Cass County is also looking for him on charges of manufacturing controlled substances, possession of drug paraphernalia, and fleeing. You can call your local law enforcement if you have any information on Wilkins.
And the search continues for a missing man in Cass County, Minnesota, and authorities are asking for help. The vehicle of 60-year-old David Rickbeal of Ham Lake, Minnesota, was found abandoned in rural Reamer, Minnesota. If you have any information on his whereabouts, call the sheriff's office. The phone number is on your screen right now, 218-547-1424.
A new restaurant is set to open in early October in West Fargo, and it's got a familiar name. The Worst Beer Hall will be located in the old Lauren Lee's restaurant at 3179 Blue Stem Drive in West Fargo. The general manager tells us there are still a lot of finer details to complete before the restaurant opens, but they are excited to add a second location in West Fargo. It's going to have a full bar with 36 beers on tap, and there will be a large outdoor patio.
Your pet could suffer serious consequences if you don't catch a tick in time. Still to come tonight, simple steps that you can take to keep your pet healthy.
Up next, starting a conversation with your kids about the dangers of online gaming.